Welcome, Sameep. It's nice uh, to see you, on the camera, hale and hearty, smiling. So it's a great afternoon for crypto industry as well. There have not been we have not been resting. There have been so many things going on in the last 24 hours as well. Welcome to the show. This is the Desi Crypto Show. I think not a lot of people might have known about you or of you. Why don't we start with you talking about yourself, and then we'll go from there. Why don't you introduce yourself a little bit, and I'll top it up. Go ahead, Sumit.
Thanks, Nitin. Thanks, Desi Crypto Show, first of all, for hosting me today. As you rightly say, these days are, very, very exciting for the crypto industry and especially for the Indian ecosystem. I think it's a very recent news. Even Vitalik donated a lot to the Indian Crypto Relief Fund hosted by Sandeep Nalewal. Yesterday, he donated somewhere around, I guess, 500 ETH and $1 billion worth of Shibu tokens, I guess. The meme token. Yeah. So, yeah, really exciting times.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, wonderful. So to start with me, I would love to call myself a developer, right? So from heart, from the core of my heart, I am a developer, first of all, right? So I've been developing stuff since last 14 years, and in blockchain industry, I've been working since 2017. Not very early stages of blockchain, but still I would call myself, a very early entry into the blockchain space. So I mostly work into smart contract side, worked with companies like PancakeSwap, then, some very initial startups like Open Bazaar who are trying to do a decentralized marketplaces, and done a lot of stuff into this, specifically into blockchain industry, into smart contract development since last 4 years almost. So recently we started, our own venture, which is like QuickSwap, right? So it's basically three of us, like me, and then there is Nick. Nick is basically an author of Diamond Standard. It's a very famous standard, right, in Ethereum industry, right? And then there's a company called LDA. They are the marketing advisors of QuickSwap. So we three, along with a grant from Matic Foundation, special support from Sandeep Naliwal. I think all of us know him, right? We thought of starting QuickSwap, right? So yeah, we started QuickSwap somewhere around October last year, I guess. So that's a brief summary about my journey.
Is this your first venture? I know you have been developer, and is this your first venture, QuickSwap? We by the way, we love it. But we'll talk about it more. But is this your first venture?
Yeah, I mean, like from the venture perspective, it's my first venture, right?
Yeah, so tell us more about your QuickSwap journey. How did it just came upon? How did the idea came?
Oh, okay. That's a nice question, basically, right? So the idea came because of the high gas fees on Ethereum network, right? The killing gas fees, I would say. So yeah, so basically, Ethereum is a great network. It's, I would say, the parent network of all the smart contract chains out there. So, it's a wonderful network, and I really respect all the Ethereum Foundation guys, especially Vitalik and all that stuff. So there is a very cool protocol or very cool AMM known by the name of Uniswap, right? I think everyone who is in crypto must have used Uniswap at least once in their lifetime so far, right? So Uniswap basically is a DEX. It's a decentralized exchange, right? It's an AMM, decentralized AMM, I would say, AMM, automated market maker, right? So it's the biggest on Ethereum, right? But since this COVID pandemic happened last year, the usage of this Ethereum network, smart contracts, all that stuff has grown rapidly, which is a good thing, but it has resulted in a high gas fees, right? It has resulted in Ethereum prices rising up, right? So I remember it was very, very low in last March, and today it's somewhere around 4,000 US dollar, right? So, and if I'm not wrong, in March 2020 it was somewhere around 150 or 200 US dollars, right?
$90 maybe. Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, right. So it has there's an exponential growth, and then the gas prices have increased as well, right? So gas prices were almost around, I guess, 500 GUI or somewhere last year in September or October. Even yesterday it was 350 GUI, right? Today it has gone down to 100 GUI. So high increasing ETH prices and increasing gas prices made it made Ethereum network actually unusable for a small traders or for retail customers, retail users. So if I want to do, let's say, a swap or a trade of 1,000 US dollar, if I have to pay a fee of, let's say, $300 on a Uniswap, I'm not going to use that, right? Because out of 1,000, 300 goes to Uniswap. for the fees, right? So from there, the idea came into existence, right? So there were layer 2 networks, networks like Polygon, right? So we decided, why not, put something like Uniswap on a layer 2 solution like Polygon. That time it was known by the name of Matic, right? Not Polygon. So yeah, we decided, why not have something very similar to Uniswap on Matic, right? So Matic has a very fast block time, so it takes 2 seconds at max for a transaction to get confirmed, whereas on Ethereum it takes almost 15 seconds, the minimum 15 seconds. Rest depends on your gas price. And then the gas price or the transaction cost, I would say, on Matic it was very minimal at that time. So at that time, for $1 you could do 3,000 to 4,000 transactions, right? So that was like, you are virtually doing transactions for free on Matic, right? Even that's the case right now as well, even if the the Matic prices has gone up, right? So at that time when we started, Matic was somewhere around 2 cents, I guess, and now today it's somewhere around 1.12 USD, right?
Yeah, $1. So
$1, more than $1. Yeah. So
yeah,
from there, all the idea came into existence.
yeah. So what did you do? So you got the idea. So it is even today, that's the big problem, right? And I think Binance tried to do with Binance Smart Chain, solving something similar. And while there are all questions about that, but what is the difference? How would you differentiate between Binance Smart Chain and QuickSwap? Or PancakeSwap and QuickSwap? While both of them are solving the same problem of gas fees, what is the differentiating factor? Tell us in your own technical way. We want to know more.
Of course, why not? So first of all, like Binance Smart Chain is comparable to Polygon, I would say, not QuickSwap, right? So Binance is a blockchain network and Polygon is a blockchain network. The core differentiating factors that I, love about Polygon and which I really not like about BSC is BSC is just run by 21 validators, right? So it's not truly decentralized network. It's just run by 21 validators, right? Whereas on Polygon, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, we had our 100 validator on board, right? So, and it's increasing every day, right? So that's first thing. Like Polygon is more decentralized than BSC. The second stuff is, like the overall ecosystem, the support provided by the Polygon team to the developer community is phenomenal. I think no other project in this particular space is doing that, right? So if you have any problems and if you're not able to do something, you want to migrate your application, develop your application on Polygon, you can directly get in touch with the Polygon team and they'll help you, right? That's not true with BSC networks, right? So that's the biggest differentiating factors, like the two main factors I would say, right? Now what's differentiating between PancakeSwap and QuickSwap is, I would say, so they both are solving the same issue, exactly the same problems, I would say, right? So they are very much comparable to each other. But the main differentiating factor, which I still feel right now is good, is first of all, it's on Polygon. So it's a decentralized network. It's more decentralized than BSC, right? So BSC is just 21 validators, right? So, and if, let's say 2, 3, or 4 or 5 different validators get down, the network is down basically. And that happened with PancakeSwap a few days back, right? Even with BSC, their validators were down for some time. I think maybe a month back or a couple of months back, if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure about that yet, but something like that happened, right? So another thing with PancakeSwap or with BSC, that's a differentiating factor between BSC and Polygon is still, the gas prices or the transaction price on BSC is not that cheap as it's on Polygon, right? So if you do a comparison, so the BSC in itself, the BNB, which is the native currency, is very expensive. It's somewhere around $650, whereas Matic, which is the native currency, or the in which the transaction cost is being paid, is Matic, which is $1. So you can see the difference, right? So on that particular network, you have to pay the same cost, but in the terms of BNB, which is $650, and here on Matic, which is $1. So the difference is phenomenal. So if there you are paying a transaction cost of $5.5, here you'll have to pay, let's say, 1.1 cent, something of that sort. So there is a big difference, right? If you talk about that, you get in that way.
So let's talk some numbers on the. Well, thank you. That was a good, long, great answer. I was listening ardently, trying to wrap my head around it. Could understand a lot of it. So let's talk a little bit of numbers. Let's talk. So what is and that's what some of our viewers would like to know. What is QuickSwap doing in terms of transaction volume? I don't know how, or any kind of a metric you would like to give. Number anything.
So I think instead of me telling you, why don't you go to QuickSwap website? There's an info page. You can find everything over there, right? So But just to give you the numbers, right? In last 24 hours, I think we had somewhere around 280,000 transactions on QuickSwap. And if you talk about token pairs, I think there are 2,200 token pairs right now on QuickSwap. And if you talk about, liquidity, there is, I think there is $550 million US dollars in total liquidity, TVL, total value locked. And if you talk about a 24-hour trading volume, I think it's more than 200 million US dollar at the moment. But you can find all that information over, the live information over there, right? If you want to look into it.
That's interesting. Okay, now let's talk about how do I, or how do entrepreneurs like me who have their token on ERC20, they have a token on Ethereum network, want to make use of the low gas space, want to come to QuickSwap. We all love that. What should we do? Where should we get started? Should we get in touch with you? Or what should we do? It's a decentralized world, right?
Right.
Yes.
Right. I mean, like the entire idea of decentralized world is you should not get in touch with me or anyone else, right?
Exactly.
That's the entire idea, right? So you don't need to get in touch with me, right? So if you already have a token on Ethereum network, you just need to go to, so there is a mapper, right? So first of all, you need to get your token mapped onto Polygon network, right? That's the first thing you'll have to do. And for that, there is a very good, cool interface developed, which is already developed by the Polygon team. You can go to that particular interface and send out a request for the mapping, right? As soon as you do that, that particular request go to the Polygon team and they basically map your token. It takes somewhere around 24 hours, right? So looking at the current volume, but they try to do it before that. So once they do the mapping, you will receive an email, and in that email, you will have your token address for Polygon. Right. So that's it. Now your token is on Polygon as well, right? So you just need to do this. Now the next step is, since your entire token amount is on Ethereum, your token is mapped. So now you need to move some of your tokens to the Polygon network, right? This is step number 2. So for that, Polygon network has a very interesting, a very cool bridge. You need to go to that particular bridge. There you will find your token since it's already mapped, and you need to move your token from Ethereum to Polygon network, right? This step takes somewhere around, I would say, 5 to 7 minutes. Basically, it takes 20 Ethereum blocks, right? So after 25 Ethereum blocks, after your transaction, right, you will receive your assets on your Polygon network, right? So now after 10 minutes, if you'll go to the Polygon network to your token contract, you will find that you have received, some tokens.
And we got to pay fees there, right?
Sorry?
We got to pay some fees there?
Definitely, you will have to pay Ethereum fee, right? So there are bridges being developed right now, for where you'll have to pay less fees, right? So there is a a company called Connext who is doing this. Then there is a X-Polynet bridge as well. So a lot of new bridges are coming in, right? Where you'll have to pay.
What is the difference there? Sorry, I'm digressing, but I want to hear what is the difference. What are they doing differently for the bridge?
Okay, so I think the main concern with the current bridge is the gas cost, right? Which is sometimes very high.
What are they doing different than the native Polygon bridge, which is at wallet.matic.network, right?
Right. I think this is something which they can answer better, but from my understanding, I think they keep liquidity on both sides of the network, right? So in case of Mapper, in case of a native Matic bridge, there is no native liquidity. What happens is, if you want to deposit something on Ethereum, you deposit it onto the Matic's contract, and that particular amount is minted onto your Polygon network. That's how it works. And if you want to withdraw, you burn it over there and you claim it over there. That's how it works. But for these bridges, they have some kind of liquidity pools on both sides of the network. So it becomes very simple. You deposit, and it's a normal ERC20 transaction, not a big transaction, right? And they issue you tokens over there. So the gas fee is very, very minimal in this case, right? Because a lot of the stuff is not done, right? So we were talking about migration, right? So the step two was depositing your token onto the Polygon network using their bridge. Another step 3, you just need to go to QuickSwap, and there you will have an option to add liquidity. You need to you go to that particular tab, click on add liquidity. You'll have to choose 2 tokens, right? So on QuickSwap, you need to create pairs, right? You can't just deposit liquidity in one token. It's a paired based protocol, right? So you need to choose your token and the other token. Let's suppose you choose USDC or any other token, and you have to provide the liquidity there, right? Decide the ratio.
That liquidity will also be provided in the Matic tokens on the Matic network. So if I'm providing, let's say, talking about my project B21 and let's say USDT, I have to give Matic B21, I have to give Matic USDT, correct?
Right. That's right. So basically, you will need to create 2 pairs, 2 liquidity pairs. First for B21 USDT, and second for B21 Matic. And that's it. Now your token is live and your trading is live on QuickSwap.
Okay. And so that's very interesting. And another thing which comes to my mind is that is it as easy? And this is for all our viewers who have never not touched QuickSwap yet. So is it very easy to trade? It is as easy as Uniswap or something more?
No, I think it's easier than QuickSwap. Oh, sorry, or than Uniswap. So what you need to do is, even if you know nothing about, let's say you know nothing about Polygon network as well, right? So you just need to go over there, right? And let's say you know nothing about Polygon and nothing about Ethereum and all that stuff, right? So you can simply go over there. You have an option. You click on that particular option. It will automatically configure the Polygon network for you on the MetaMask, right? And now let's suppose if you do not have any assets as well on Polygon network, you can directly buy from on transact services, which is off and on ramp services with direct fiat on ramp. So on QuickSwap we have an option. If you don't have any assets but you want, let's say you want to have USDT but you don't have it, right, and you want to swap it to Matic, you can simply purchase it from transact. So QuickSwap has all those options as well, right? So I think it's pretty easy, and users should definitely use it once. I mean, like, at least try it.
Yeah, and let me ask another one. When do you think that you will get a, do you think you have, or do you think you will have a mobile app as well to do it?
Mobile app is not in our roadmap as of now. So there are a lot of problems with crypto mobile apps, I would say, right? So it's not easy to get them listed on, especially on Apple stores, right? So it becomes very hard for the inherent mobile app to be built on these platforms. And then the other thing is, right now everything is decentralized, right? So when you talk about a mobile app, the decentralization starts going away, right? Because now you'll have to manage a lot of private keys and a lot of stuff of user stuff, right? So our interface is very open in nature, right? And anybody can basically build on top of it. So that's why mobile applications are not very much in roadmap as of now. Maybe in future we'll look into it. But our interface, our current interface is very much mobile friendly. So you can use it in mobile as well if you want to.
Perfect. Let's talk about roadmap then. What's coming next? Give us some scoop. Give us something.
Okay, so so there are we are looking into something new as well. So we are looking into QuickSwap V2 version, which is a new version altogether, a new stuff, right? So it's very much interesting, and I cannot give you the more details as of now because internally we are still discussing about it. But what I can tell you is it's going to be fun, and it's going to be a very, very fantastic way of using QuickSwap in V2, and V2 is going to be really, really fantastic and something very new which we haven't seen so far.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. That was lovely. A lot about QuickSwap. A lot. I think some people will have to go back and hear it again because so much of information. I think that was lovely. Let's switch gears. Let's talk about yourself a little bit more. Not professional side, a little professional as well. But let me ask some questions. I'm just intrigued. So tell me, how does your day look like? What do you do? Do you spend most of your time on QuickSwap? Do you spend most of your time on other projects which you're working on and something more? What does your day look like?
So right now, like almost my entire day goes towards QuickSwap, mostly towards QuickSwap, and like there is another project that I'm part of, and which is PancakeSwap, right? So PancakeSwap is another project that I'm working on right now. So yeah, I mean, like most of my time, I mean, like not the day, but like my nights as well, like goes into that stuff, because as we discussed in the beginning, this is a very exciting time from the crypto industry, especially for the DEXs, I would say, for the DeFi industry, right? So we have a lot of stuff to do, and we see a lot of requests coming in. We are doing a lot of partnership with different projects, right? So if you go to QuickSwap right now, you will see 80 different pools running, reward pools right now. So we have partnered with almost 30 to 35 different projects at the moment, right, who are farming quick on QuickSwap. So a lot of work to do these days, right? So when I'm working, I'm mostly working on either QuickSwap or PancakeSwap these days.
Very nice. Very, 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 very exciting. And so tell us more about, do you have free time? What do you do in your free time? If you have?
Honestly speaking, these days I do not have much free time, but whenever I do have some free time, like I try to get some free time for my family, basically, right? So those time, I mean, like, say it's a COVID time, right? So you can't do much. You have to stay at home, right? So yeah, I mean, like we follow that particular protocol because especially in India, these times are very scary, right? So we watch movies together as a family.
Bollywood,
Then,
huh?
yeah, Bollywood. I mean, like, yeah, mostly Bollywood, sometimes Hollywood as well. And then there are a lot of TV shows that's coming these days, right? A lot of stuff on different, these channels. So yeah,
What is it called? OTT channels, right?
OTT channels, exactly. Netflix, Hotstar, all that stuff.
Beautiful. Yeah. Are you an ardent cricket fan as well, like a lot of us Indians and Desis?
I am. I'm really sad that IPL is, tipped off for this particular year. So I'm sad about that. But
Well,
yeah, it has to happen. It has to happen because of the COVID situation.
well, yeah, they could pull it off so much and doesn't stop. So it's these challenges are there. They will come. They will go. We are super excited.
Right.
Thank you, Sameep. It was great chatting with you. We got to know more about your project, about yourself. I think you were probably, I don't know, maybe we'll claim this right now, but I think that this is probably the first time QuickSwap is coming on air in front of people to talk on a video conversation. Is that true?
I
Shall we?
think so. I think so. I am like, I'm not sure if we have done this before. I think so. I think, yeah, it's the first time.
We do this all the time. First time is always a charm. So it's the first time is a charm as well. So we love talking to you. Hope you have a great day ahead, and looking forward to working together with you on migrating B21 also on that, and providing much more use cases to QuickSwap as well in return.
Yeah, thanks, Nitin. It was, really, nice talking to you guys. And thanks for giving me this opportunity to talk about myself, talk about QuickSwap, talk about PancakeSwap. I'm really thankful to you and looking forward to more such videos in the future.